Hi y'all, welcome to this video. Today, we're going to expose a hacker in Need for Speed Rivals. He entered our game under the name of Mtioma and immediately caught our attention. The extreme speed he showed on the map racing towards us was very suspicious. In this video, we investigate his performance using the same car, and we'll try to perform the same things he did. Let's begin at determining which car he was using during our encounter. There he is. Slow motion, please. Let's see. What car is that? Oh, I see. I think is the Lamborghini Sesto Elemento. But which one? Is it the Standard or the Enforcer? Let's take a look at another clip. Wait, I see a QR code on its hood. I think that is the Enforcer. Yes, I was right. The Enforcer has the QR code. I'd say, let the investigation begin. At first, we're going to investigate his scene. I drove past him while he was in a fight with another player. I marked the last point where I can see him as his start location for the measurement. Moments later, he showed up next to me. This was a bit suspicious, since I drive the fastest car in this game, the Koenigsegg one. Now, watch him suddenly appear on my radar. How can you already be here? So, you drove that section in 29.94 seconds, and I don't even know if you came directly after me when I last saw you. Let's get in the same police car and test if it's in any way possible to drive this section that fast. Hey, who are you? Please don't interfere with official police business. Don't do that. What did I just say? Okay, obviously, this is not the best way to test this. Let's make a private session, so we won't be slowed down by other players. I did multiple runs to get the maximum performance on this section. I'll show the top two simultaneously. Start with full throttle and release all the nitro at once for full velocity. Try to avoid hitting the ponds, not entirely possible, but good enough. Release the throttle a bit on this slope, otherwise you'll crash later. Later, just like my license plate, as in, see you later. Regain top speed using the nitro again. The results are 34 to 35 seconds. This is a bit slower than our hacker, but you must be thinking, maybe he chose another route. Let's test the other routes also. There is a route where you jump down on the right. It's a bit more difficult than my first choice, but, well, maybe he's better than I am. Oops. No, I'm definitely not familiar enough with this route. Let me search for a Q2 AMAT, practice it a lot, and then try it again. As I see it from here, it should be possible to drive in a straight line. Let's see. Yes, I'll aim at that bush over there. That should work. So I went practicing this route, and here are the results. Again, full throttle and nitro for max velocity. Wasn't that a movie once? Pick a straight line towards the bush and don't collide with our colleagues. Out of my way. Excuse me, coming through? Tap the brake twice to drift up this hill and regain speed using the nitro. That didn't make a big difference. That leaves just one other option. The standard route without any shortcuts. I don't think this will be faster. They don't call shortcuts for nothing. Usually they're faster, if done right. But there are some alternative routes in every Need for Speed edition that are actually slower than the normal route. That's why experience in these games mean a lot. You have to know which route is fastest and how to drive it correctly, which line to hold, where to brake, when to use full throttle, etc. This route's definitely not possible to drive in 29 seconds. I believe it's impossible to drive this section that fast. But the difference is not very convincing. So let's test another section I found really suspicious. And this is what I'm talking about. This was my first encounter with Mtioma. I was actually just playing the game, fleeing from a cop player, when Mtioma literally appeared on my radar. By the way, this is one of my favorite hiding spots. A cop who's chasing you who doesn't know this spot will stay on the bridge or fly over you and fall down. The game marks your position on the map as if you were down on the ground, so other players cannot find you very easily through the navigation. Now, watch closely. I opened the map to see where the guy went I was playing with when I saw this. I immediately thought, wow, that guy's fast. But look at this. What am I seeing here? I'll rewind it for you and zoom in. This is impossible. He drives backwards as fast as he drives forwards. I've marked the start and end positions for our next measurement right away. There we go again. The same method. We'll try to do exactly the same as he did, measuring the time he used for this section. That was the last point he could be seen, so that's our end position. Down here is the starting position. Can you see my favorite hiding spot up there? And this is where we saw him start driving backwards. Let's go. Constant full throttle, drive a straight line. What else can I do to be fastest? How can this be? That's double the time it took him. Maybe no, wait. Let's just try it again. See what happens. I'm speechless actually. What can I say? I'll give him the benefit of the doubt and make the run a little bit shorter, and I'll make sure to use full throttle and a straight line. I even try using the nitro, but that doesn't have any effect driving backwards. Nope, still almost twice as slow. I can't believe it. One last try, and that has to be conclusive. Hacking is so unfair and selfish. I mean, you ruin the fun of so many others who might even think they're just not good enough and stop playing altogether. They are literally demoralizing and thus damaging the gaming community. Only because they want others to think they are better than them, knowing they are actually not. This is proof beyond doubt. This guy is busted. He's truly a hacker who makes online gaming less fun for other people. Shame on him. Next up, I'll show you more ways to recognize hacking in this game and ways to deflect their unfair attacks. Here we are again. You'll probably recognize this moment from earlier. Take a close look at the radar, which I enhanced for you. Look at him gaining speed, like he's some kind of bullet or something. Now, what I'm doing here is deliberately hitting this tree. He'll probably try to ram me, so if I manage to get missed, and there's a solid object right behind me, from his point of view, he'll crash into that solid object. Remember, he has about twice our speed, so he'll need to react twice as fast to avoid hitting that tree. There he goes. I'll quickly turn around to evade him. Of course, he noticed. That was to be expected. I try to do the same here. Lure him into crashing into that lamppost, but I messed up and he hit me anyways. He's so ridiculously fast you can't even see him. That's gonna leave a dent for sure. Poor car. Now watch the radar to see again how hacking looks like. And in a few moments, I'll show you another very effective method to crash hackers, or other players for that matter. Obviously, This also works against fair players who try to bust you, making you look like a very experienced pro player. Here we go. Watch and learn. Did you see what I did there? Regular cars in this game are solid objects, just as lampposts and trees. So if one's coming towards you, use the handbrake to slide behind it and use it as a shield. As you can see, this works great. He didn't have the responsiveness to deflect, resulting in a crash. I reckon he's almost done for. Soon, he'll chicken out to find a gas station to repair his car. In the next moments, you can spot hacking in yet another way. Notice how the hacker on the radar and the police cars bound to him in front of me seem to be skipping frames or dashing. Do you remember dashing in Fortnite, sort of teleporting a few meters ahead? That's what this looks like. These are clear signs something's not right. As predicted, here's his chicken moment. I guess he has as much damage from the crashes I caused him as I have myself. I literally cannot take one more hit. After this encounter, I tried looking at his profile, but no surprise there. He doesn't appear to exist. In the end, he didn't win. I guess he didn't like chasing me because I was clearly not in as easy a target as he hoped. Unfortunately, EA Games has no policy to ban cheaters, so officially there's nothing to do about these pathetic cheaters. Except trying to evade them using these techniques to get to a safe house and find another game session so you can have fun again. Thanks for watching, and I hope to race y'all someday.